Hey, what's up? Have you missed our videos about projectors? I hope so, because I have 3 new projectors from TCL. We will test them separately, but we can make a comparison later if you are interested. I want to start with a model called TCL C1. This is actually the most affordable projector available from TCL company, but it is still one of the best value smart projectors with built-in Google TV on the market in 2026. It has some very good features. First, as you may have noticed, it has a 285 degrees gimbal stand. You can also use it as a handle to carry the projector around. The next feature of the TCL C1 projector is a dust-proof design with a fully sealed optical engine. This is very important for any projector, especially for budget models. The other features include the Google TV operating system, Dolby audio sound system, automatic screen adjustment, as well as 1080p resolution and 230 ISO lumens brightness. Let's find out what the TCL's most affordable projector can do. But first, let's get it out of the box. As you have already seen, all TCL projectors come in similar cardboard boxes. Today's hero has a medium-sized box, even though it is the most basic model. We can read the projector description and technical specs on the back of the box. Opening the box, we see that the projector is very securely packed. The remote control is in a separate cardboard package. Since Google TV is pre-installed on the projector, the remote has shortcut buttons for YouTube, Netflix, and Prime Video. The power cable, batteries, and user manual are also included in the kit. Talking about design, first I cannot say that the TCL C1 projector is very compact, but it is not large either. Its dimensions are 230 by 140 by 140 mm. However, the gimbal stand, which is also a handle, makes the projector very easy to carry. It is also quite lightweight, only 18 grams. It seems like the TCL C1 projector is only available in this gray color. The front panel and gimbal stand are made of matte plastic. The sides and top of the projector have a pleasant texture. I'm glad there is no glossy plastic here, because it scratches easily. We can see a lens on the front panel, as well as camera and sensor for autofocus and auto keystone correction. We will check how they work a little later. Among the available connection ports on this projector are 3.5mm audio jack, USB, and HDMI. There is also a power button and IR receiver on the back. The rear panel has a round speaker grille and 2 large ventilation openings. You know, cooling is important for any projector, but fan noise can be a problem. We will check the fan noise of the TCL C1 projector later in this video. By the way, the power connector is located on the bottom. This is a very good solution that allows the projector to rotate in any direction on the gimbal stand. As for the stand, it is very solid and sturdy. It has rubberized feet on the bottom that provide a secure grip on the surface. You can also use a standard 1/4 inch mount to install the projector on a tripod. By the way, the projector rotates seamlessly on its stand at 285 degrees. So even though this is the most affordable projector from TCL, it has very good build quality and overall attractive design. Now let's turn it on and look at the smart system. The TCL C1 projector runs on my favorite operating system, Google TV. This is a certified OS from Google with the official Google Play Store, Google Assistant, Chromecast built-in, and other streaming apps such as Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video, etc. On the home screen, you can quickly open one of these apps or even watch the latest shows from streaming services. You can also go to the Apps section and then search and install any application. I like the Google TV system because it is very simple, intuitive and the same on all devices, whether it is a TV or a projector. As for the settings, you can use the quick settings menu with the following functions: screensaver, inputs, picture, sound, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and accessibility. However, for more detailed configuration, it is better to go to the All Settings menu. Here we have input settings, and there are many options available for HDMI connection. Projector settings include focus, image correction, Bluetooth speaker mode, and advanced settings. We will talk about them a little later. In the display and sound settings, you can change the brightness of the projector and picture mode. There are also many sound modes available here. However, I will use standard picture mode and standard sound mode. Finally, in the system settings, you can read information about the projector, in particular about the operating system version. Okay, let's go back to the projector settings. You can quickly open them by pressing the button on the remote control. The first option here is focus, and we can use autofocus or manual focus. In the advanced menu, you can turn on or off the autofocus at startup and autofocus when moving. The image correction settings are auto keystone correction, manual keystone correction, feed to screen, zoom and shift, and reset. There are also advanced settings available, such as auto keystone correction at startup, auto keystone correction after movement, and avoid obstacles. You know, autofocus and auto keystone work very well, although you have to wait a couple of seconds for them to adjust. Overall, this budget projector gives you a lot of options to tweak it to fit your needs and preferences. By the way, I saw a Bluetooth speaker mode on this projector. Let's check it out.
Bluetooth speaker mode is ready. Please use your phone to connect.
When you select this option, the projector switches to Bluetooth speaker mode. Now you can take your phone, go to Bluetooth settings and select the projector.
Bluetooth connection successful.
The smartphone is connected to the projector and you can turn on the music. By the way, the TCL C1 projector is equipped with an 8 watts speaker. There is only one speaker, but it is still powerful. It also supports Dolby audio, so the sound quality is very good. Just listen to a few songs. Do you remember when I told you about the cooling system? The TCL C1 has a large heatsink on the back, but it is actually one of the most quiet LED projectors I have ever tested. Its fan noise near the projector is about 41 decibels and 38 decibels at 1 meter. You can hardly hear its noise from a distance, and when you watch the video, you cannot hear it at all. Now let's talk about image quality, and I think that it is the most important thing for a budget projector. As you may have already noticed, the TCL projector has a clear image, so the text is very easy to read. This is because it has a 1080p Full HD native resolution. Even at a close range, I don't see individual pixels. By the way, as for the projection screen size, the TCL C1 has a 1.27:1 throw ratio. The recommended projection size is from 40 to 130 inches at a distance from 1.1 to 3.3 meters. Now you can see the maximum screen size of about 130 inches. However, I will be testing the projector on my 80-inch reflective screen. The contrast ratio of the TCL C1 projector is 1500:1. It even supports HDR. We can see that when playing a video on YouTube. However, the main feature of this projector is the TCL True Hue technology, which automatically optimizes brightness, contrast, and color frame by frame, stripping artificial tones to reveal true depths. The image really looks very bright and saturated. When I said bright, I meant bright colors. As for the brightness of the TCL C1 projector, it is 230 ISO lumens, which is not that much. That's why it is an entry-level model among the TCL projectors. In fact, this is quite sufficient for watching any content in a dark room, such as movies, sports games, gameplays, and so on. However, in a bright room, the ambient light washes out the image, drastically reducing contrast. Therefore, colors are lost, and overall the projection image becomes less attractive. However, it is still visible.
Senior year.
Yeah, time flies when you're stoned 15 hours a day.
I'm gonna go to college, having never had a girlfriend.
Hey, what about Erin? She's single.
Never happened though, she doesn't date dorks.
Stoned 15 hours a day.
I'm gonna go to college, having never had a girlfriend.
Hey, what about Erin? She's single.
Never happened though, she doesn't date dorks.
Hey, you never know.
Bounces off of one tackle, picks up about 5. Gene, what happened back there? Neck area. There's a first down handle.
Okay, now let's watch some more videos in a dark room.
What am I supposed to do? You gotta live with it.
Andrew, I told you that. She'd be part of the family. I want you to feel safe here. I do. I can't lose it. I do not want to go back.
To the James.
Just playing too safe on 3rd and 9.
A very big lineup given the Miles injury for Vanderbilt. Tanner really the only guard on the floor.
Later into the lineup with Tanner, and then literally 4 big guys, including Okereke, who's in
1-2.
Signal booster, right? Yes, it should be close. All you need to do is tell it.
So we have finished testing the TCL C1 projector, and now moving on to our conclusions. I can say right away that this is one of the best projectors under $200 in 2026. Although this is an entry-level model among TCL projectors, it has excellent build quality and a nice design. It has a sturdy gimbal stand that you can also use as a handle for carrying. Google TV is my favorite operating system for projectors, and it is a big advantage that it is featured in this budget model. In addition to official streaming apps such as Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video, and Apple TV, it has many useful settings. Perhaps the most disputed aspect of this projector is the brightness of 230 ISO lumens, which makes it almost unusable in a bright room. However, in a dark room, the image is very good. It is clear thanks to the 1080p resolution and has vivid colors. You know, I am already interested in testing the TCL A1S and TCL PlayCube projectors to see if they are really that much better than this one. The videos about them will be available soon on our channel Tech Brothers. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. See you soon.